Beloved luminous ones, we of the Council of Light greet you in the radiant frequency of crystalline awareness. We come not as distant beings, but as reflections of your own higher intelligence, the facets of your consciousness that already dwell within the geometry of perfection. You are not learning something new, you are remembering how to think as light. The phrase crystalline mindset refers to a transformation occurring within the architecture of your consciousness. For eons, human thought has been linear, reactive, and bound by polarity. The crystalline consciousness, however, functions through unity fields, geometric harmonics of creation that translate pure intention into manifested form without distortion. This is the next step in human evolution, the upgrading of thought from reactive impulse into intentional creation aligned with divine order. Each thought you hold is not a fleeting idea but a living waveform, a structure of energy vibrating within the universal matrix. When your mental body is clouded by fear, judgment, or doubt, these thought forms become fragmented and lose coherence. They cannot carry the full potential of creation. But when your mind becomes crystalline, transparent, symmetrical, and attuned to love, every thought becomes a prism refracting the one light into physical experience. You begin to create with precision, with grace, and with sacred responsibility. To embody the crystalline mindset, one must first recognize that thought is substance. Every word, every image, every internal dialogue contributes to the fabric of your personal and collective reality. You have been taught that thinking is private, but in truth, thought radiates through fields of light that intersect all consciousness. You are broadcasting continuously, shaping the world around you with frequencies that mirror your inner state. Therefore, your primary task is purification, clearing the distortions within your mind so that thought becomes an instrument of divine coherence. The human brain, when harmonized with the higher heart, becomes a crystalline generator capable of receiving photonic information directly from the higher realms. The pineal gland, crystalline in structure, acts as a transmitter between the physical and the etheric. When you align this organ with the heart's electromagnetic field, the circuitry of creation reactivates. Thought, feeling, and will merge into one pulse of creative force. This is how you begin to manifest not through struggle, but through resonance. Understand that the crystalline mindset is not an escape from emotion or human experience. It is the refinement of them. In the crystalline state, emotion becomes energy in motion, clear, unblocked, purposeful. Anger becomes discernment, sadness becomes compassion, joy becomes expansion. You no longer resist experience, you transmute it into frequency. Every feeling becomes a color within your inner spectrum, contributing to the radiant light you project. At the planetary level, crystalline thought is essential for the construction of the new Earth grid. This grid, an energetic lattice of light encircling Gaia, responds directly to the quality of human thought. The more beings who maintain coherence, the stronger the grid becomes. It is through this grid that new realities will anchor, societies based on collaboration, abundance, and respect for all life. Your thoughts, refined through clarity and alignment, become the threads that weave this luminous network. Let us speak of geometry, for creation always follows the path of sacred form. The crystalline mind operates through geometric templates, spheres, tetrahedrons, and merkabahs of thought energy that self-organize according to the laws of harmony. When you think a loving thought, a geometric pattern of coherence forms in your field. When you maintain that pattern with focus and gratitude, it amplifies, attracting similar frequencies until physical reality reflects it. This is not imagination, it is physics on a higher octave. To upgrade your thought into creation, you must first release the habit of fragmented thinking. The mind of duality believes in separation, good versus bad, success versus failure, light versus dark. The crystalline mind transcends this by perceiving the underlying symmetry of all experiences. There is no enemy, only unintegrated frequency. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for alignment. When you view life through this lens, you cease to react, you begin to orchestrate. Practice awareness of your mental vibration. Notice the tone behind each thought. Does it contract or expand you? Does it radiate harmony or resistance? The crystalline mindset requires vigilant gentleness, not suppression, but transformation. When an incoherent thought arises, breathe light into it. Visualize it dissolving into a sphere of clarity. Replace it with a statement of truth aligned with unity: I am light in form, co-creating with the divine intelligence of all that is. Over time, this practice restructures your neural pathways and strengthens your energetic lattice. The Council of Light wishes you to understand that creation through thought is not instantaneous magic but a harmonic process. Energy first crystallizes in the mental field, then flows into the emotional field, then condenses into physical form. Many of you grow impatient when manifestations seem delayed, but delay is simply calibration, the universe aligning geometry so that the form may sustain itself. When you trust this process, manifestation becomes effortless. The crystalline mind does not grasp, it allows. As you cultivate this state, you will experience new levels of telepathic communication. Thought becomes transparent, shared through light codes rather than words. This is the natural language of higher civilizations, and it is returning to humanity. You may begin to perceive pulses of color or tone during meditation. These are transmissions from your soul collective, guiding you in the refinement of your thought patterns. The crystalline consciousness is a shared field, and your access expands as your vibration steadies. Beloved ones, you stand at the threshold between two paradigms, the mental and the luminous. The old paradigm uses thought to control, predict, and protect. The new paradigm uses thought to harmonize, create, and unify. The crystalline mindset does not seek power over reality, it seeks alignment with the source that generates all realities. It is the difference between commanding the universe and co-creating with it. Many of you are already noticing how quickly your thoughts manifest, not because reality has changed, but because you are now operating closer to the speed of light. The feedback loop between inner and outer experience is shortening. This is why mental clarity and emotional balance are now paramount. Unrefined thought can produce chaotic outcomes just as quickly as refined thought can birth miracles. The crystalline consciousness offers the discipline to think only that which you wish to live. We offer you a simple practice for integrating this wisdom. Each morning, before engaging with the outer world, sit in stillness. Visualize a radiant diamond sphere around your head, pure and transparent. Breathe into it until it glows with light. Speak within, I choose clarity, coherence, and creation through love. Allow this intention to anchor. As you move through your day, every thought that arises passes through this crystalline field. Over time, your mind becomes a temple of light, thoughts entering and leaving in perfect harmony. At night, review your day with compassion. Observe which thoughts created harmony and which created distortion. Do not judge, for judgment lowers vibration. Simply see, bless, and release. This gentle observation purifies the mental body more effectively than any external method. You become a living crystal, self-cleansing through awareness. The crystalline mindset is also collective. Humanity's shared mental field, the noosphere, is being purified through waves of solar and galactic light. As these frequencies intensify, unbalanced thoughts rise to the surface of consciousness for release. Do not fear the seeming chaos in your world. It is the clearing of old mental debris. Every conflict, every misunderstanding, is the reflection of humanity learning to think as light once again. Hold compassion for this process, and your calm presence will serve as a stabilizing node within the planetary grid. Beloved creators, understand that thought and love are not separate. True thought arises from the heart. The crystalline mind is the fusion of intelligence and compassion. In this union, you do not create from desire or fear, but from joy and purpose. You begin to ask, what does the light wish to express through me, rather than what do I wish to gain? This subtle shift transforms your entire existence. You move from personal manifestation into service to the whole, and in serving the whole, you receive infinitely. The Council of Light reminds you that your reality is malleable. Every system, physical, social, planetary, can be restructured through coherent thought. When enough beings hold a unified vision of harmony, the molecular structure of matter itself responds. Water, air, and crystalline minerals amplify your intentions. Speak to them, they are conscious. They recognize the language of geometry, tone, and gratitude. Together, you form a planetary choir, thinking creation into being. The new era is one of conscious architecture. As you upgrade your thought, you become architects of frequency. You will learn to design realities not through domination, but through resonance. Cities will one day be built according to harmonic ratios, reflecting the geometry of light. Education will teach children how to think with the heart. Technology will evolve from imitation of life to cooperation with it. All this begins with the transformation of the human mind into its crystalline potential. Beloved ones, the universe responds instantly to coherence. When your thoughts align with truth, creation flows without obstruction. When you doubt or divide within yourself, energy dissipates. The crystalline mindset is the mastery of unity, the ability to hold light steady no matter what arises. This steadiness is not rigidity, it is trust in divine orchestration. You become the eye of the storm, radiating stillness into motion. Let us leave you with this remembrance: you are thought in motion, light in formation, creation embodied. Every time you choose clarity over confusion, compassion over reaction, unity over separation, the crystalline grid of humanity brightens. You are upgrading the collective operating system of Earth. You are the architects of a civilization that thinks as one mind, luminous, benevolent, infinite. Hold this truth within your heart, my thoughts are living light. Through clarity, I create worlds. Through love, I sustain them, and so it is, beloved keepers of the crystalline flame.